All right, Hawks, it's Miss Poppy here. We are going to get started on ordering rational numbers. All right, rational numbers can be ordered in two different ways, in ascending and descending order. You can also put them on a number line to help you. All right, the key vocabulary today is remembering that ascending order means least to greatest, going from the smallest number to the greatest to the biggest number. Descending order is greatest to least. You're going from the bigger number to the littlest number. All right, here we go. When ordering rational numbers, be sure to convert each number to a decimal. We talked about this last week. They all need to be converted into the same form. So convert each number to a decimal. All right, example. Order the following rational numbers in ascending order and then place them on the number line. So remember, ascending means we are going from least to greatest. All right, here we go. We need to make sure all these are in decimal form. So we have 0. Yes, that is already in decimal form. Then we have 1.5. We have 50%. Remember how to change 50% to a decimal? Good job. The decimal is at the end of the 0, and we go 2 places to the left. So we are going to have a half. Then we have negative 2.5. We have 3 twelfths, which is equal to 1/4. And 1/4 is equal to 25 hundredths. And then we have the number 2. And we're going to put decimal after our whole numbers. Good job. All right, so here we go. We're going to follow them or order them in ascending order. So my least number. So I'm going to look to see if I have any negatives at all, because that is going to be the least number that I have. And I do. I have negative 2.5. So I'll put negative 2.5. I'm going to mark it out from my list. And then I'm going to go to the next number. Okay, so as I'm going up to the number line, remember 2.5 is going to be right here. And I'm going to be going to the right of the number line to list these out. Okay, the next number I have is 0, 1/2, and 25 hundredths. So which one comes first? 0, good job. I'm going to mark that out. And then what comes next? 25 hundredths? Or 1/2. Well, if I'm going from 0 to 1/2, 25 hundredths, the 2 is less than the 5, so then 25 hundredths is going to come next. Go about right there. All right, and the next number would be my half, 0 and 5/10, which is 50%. You must list it in the number that it is given to you. So this would be 50%. The 25 hundredths would be 1/4. Oh, I'm sorry, 3/12. Okay, and then we'll mark those out as we go. We got 50% and the 3/12, and then we have 1.5 and 2. Okay, we are done there. Let's move on to the next practice. Good job, Hawks. All right, let's practice. Order the following rational numbers on the number line. Okay, it says to order. It didn't say which way we were going. So we're just going to order these in ascending order. We're going to go from least to greatest. Okay, now I need to make sure they all in decimal form. Yes, they are. So I have negative 2.5, 2, 3, and remember there's always decimals after the whole number. Then I'm going to have negative 1, and then I'm going to have 1/2, and the number 1. Okay, what is my least number? Remember, look for those negatives. What is furthest to the left of the number line? That's going to be negative 2.5. Okay, and then do I have another negative? Yes, I have negative 1. So negative 1 comes next. Okay, what other numbers do I have after -1 going to the right? Okay, well, I have the number 5/10. Good job. So it's 5/10. Mark that out. And then we go with the number 1. We'll mark that out. And then we have 2 and 3 left. So it'll be 2 and 3. And that will be the list of ascending order for this one. Good job, Hawks. All right, moving on to the last one. This one we are going to go in descending order. Remember what descending order is? This one we're going from greatest to least. All right, let's make sure all my numbers are in decimal form. If they're not, I need to convert them to a decimal. Okay, here we go. I have 2.5. Well, remember 1 divided by 2 is 5/10 plus the 2 is 2.5. Remember your decimal is right here after the whole number. So that is equivalent to 2.5. We have 1 and 25/100ths, -1. Oh, we have 3.5, or 3 halves. So 3 halves would be the same thing as 1.5. Then we have 50%, which we changed that percent to a decimal just a minute ago, so 2 places to the left. We get 5/10. And then -4 divided by 2 is -2. Okay, so here we go. Let's look for my greatest number. Sorry, we're going greatest to least. So my greatest number is going to be on the positive side, and I'm going to move to the left of the number line. Okay, so my greatest positive number is 2.5. So 2.5 is going to be right here. Because remember, 2 and 5/10 is equivalent to 2.5. So 2.5 goes first. We're going to mark that out. Now going to the left, working our way down, we have 1.5 and 1 and 25/100ths. So the next number, since I'm going greatest to least, is going to be 1.5, which is the same thing as 3 halves. So 3 halves will be my next number. And then we're going to keep going to the left, and we see 1 and 25/100ths. So 1 and 25/100ths goes next. Be right there. 1 and 25/100ths. And then next would be our 50%. Followed by -1. So I'm going to the left. And then -2 or -4 divided by 2. All right, Hawks. Good job. Now let's practice with our daily work.